So the term "lose the locker room" is a cliche and gets tossed around a lot when a team is struggling. It's like, well, or you probably heard people say, or the media say, "Could Mike Zimmer lose the locker room?" It's like, I don't know, probably not. Like, he's been there many times before. He can ask for direction. Bitch, he's got GPS. Right? But what does losing the locker room exactly mean? Well, generally what it means is that if you're a head coach and then all of a sudden your players just stop listening to you, like they tune you out, all of your yelling, all of your game plans, all of this, all of that, they just stop listening to you because they know that maybe you're not long for this job, even though Zimmer does have a lot of job security with that 3-year extension. Owners generally don't like cutting ties with that many years left on a coach's contract. That's a lot of money to eat. And then you have to pay for a whole new coaching staff as well as pay for the existing coaching staff's buyouts. It's a whole mess, right? But see, that's the problem with, say, a lame duck coach where he's in the final year of his contract, and then players now is like, all right, so this season is going pear-shaped. You ain't going to be back. I will be back, but I ain't going to listen to you, right? Now, it's a little bit different with Zimmer's situation because of that big-time extension. And, I mean, this has cropped up before. I mean, like, even early in the Zimmer tenure in 2016, remember the Vikings at Green Bay, all of a sudden they went freelance. It was characterized as a mutiny. And also, it got so bad that they had to go to the media. Terence Newman, the instigator of the mutiny, apparently, as well as Mike Zimmer, they had to go to the media and change their stories. So they had to get on the same page, make it look like, oh, no, it wasn't a mutiny. It was just miscommunication. Certainly, people weren't out there freelancing because they didn't agree with the game plan. Certainly, no one was questioning the veracity and the intelligence of the head coach. No one was doing that. No. And also, by the way, that's Terence Newman. Like, that isn't some snot-nosed rookie punk. That is Terence frickin' Newman, who's a veteran who's been there, done that with Zimmer, both in Dallas and Cincinnati, coming to Minnesota, having some good success. And Terence Newman is a guy who had and has a lot of love and loyalty and respect for Mike Zimmer. And he pulled off the mutiny, the very short-lived mutiny, by the way. But yeah, but Zimmer has to be careful with this young locker room because there's not this built-in loyalty of veterans. This locker room, this team has no allegiance to them. They don't, because they're the youngest team in the league. And also think about it. Everson Griffin, gone. Linval Joseph, gone. Trey Waynes, Mac Alexander, Xavier Rhodes to a degree, they're all gone. So they're all dudes who have been here for numerous years. They were leaders, they were team captains, and they played on some great Zimmer defenses. Because remember, that will go a long way. That will buy you a lot of goodwill and a lot of leeway. So when things got wonky, they gave Zimmer a scholarship. Yeah, a lot of it, because they remember, we trust this man. Like, we've fixed problems before. We were the 32nd ranked defense in the NFL in 2013. Final year under Leslie Frazier. A lot of us were here. Zimmer brought us to the heights. 2017, we're the number one defense in the league. We were record setting on third down. All this, all that. So they trusted Zimmer. These young players, they have no history. Like, they have no allegiance whatsoever. And also, you have to wonder about this current crop of Vikings leaders. So Harrison Smith, even though he is a veteran, even though Mike Zimmer says he loves him like a son, Harrison looks a little fed up. Like, he looks a little pissed out there, especially the way that the Seattle game ended, and that maybe he does miss veterans around him. Maybe he does miss Xavier Rhodes and Trey Waynes and Everson Griffin out there helping shoulder the load of both the pressure as well as the assignments, and then being together so long in the same defense, you can trust each other. Where you have a lot of young kids, you have a lot of new parts, it's hard to trust. As well as Anthony Harris has sort of disappeared. Like, if you're Harrison, you're like, what the hell, man? Hey, you're the best coverage safety in the NFL. Where'd you go? What? And then also, at some point, if you're Eric Kendricks, maybe you get sick of being the only dude out there making plays, huh? And also, Danielle Hunter on IR with his tweak that has to be uber frustrating as well, especially as he sees his guys out there just getting beat up week after week. And sometimes it's because of leadership. Sometimes it's because of the game plan. And players do respect roughness and tough love, but it's only when it's fair, and when things go wrong, the leader takes ownership. Things go bad, it's on me. Things go good, it's all you guys', right? It credit to the players when it's due, and when the team loses, no, that's on me. That's on the coach. That's on this. And you see great leaders, great coaches around the league, they do that. But think about it. When the Vikings are humming, it's Zimmer's defense. It's Zimmer's defense. It's Zimmer's game plan. It's old school slobber knocker football. It's all this, all that. But when the Vikings lose, it's always the fault of the players. He didn't show up. They didn't execute. They didn't do this. They didn't do that. I mean, The game plan was there. We had him dead to rights. Just players just didn't execute the game plan, which is true. I mean, Zimmer never does take the field, but that double standard does have to grate on players, especially when the team is losing, right? And if players play their butts off, have themselves a great game, and then week after week, it's the head coach's decisions. It's his game management. It's his defensive game plan that is losing games they clearly should win. How long do you think that's going to hold up? How long before that gets really, really old and players start expressing their displeasure both through the media, potentially to the front office, potentially to ownership? How long? How long, huh? And that's exactly what happened in the Titans game and the Seahawks game. Players played their asses off. They had a chance to win, and then Zimmer just got in his own way and then just gave it away. But whether it be getting too conservative, whether it be not making halftime adjustments, whether it be chasing points when and have to, there's a lot of issues that cropped up in there. Now, winning is a cologne that covers up a lot of stank, a whole lot of stank. But you can be a petty tyrant when you win, just as Belichick. But when you lose, can't do that. Can't do that. But if you're losing and it's specifically your game management and your side of the ball that's not holding up your end of the bargain, how long before the cracks start to show? Like, how long before a fiery guy like Adam Thielen, who's never shy about venting his emotions, how long before he snaps and stops being Minnesota passive-aggressive and gets aggressive? Or how long before Cousins makes an offhand, 30 points should be enough to win a comment that gets twisted in the media, and then the defense takes it personally, and then all of a sudden you have a schism in that locker room? How are you going to hold them together, Zim? How are you going to do that? How long before Zimmer's defense consistently fails this team, and then assistant to the regional head coach Gary Kubiak's offense is dominating? 400-plus yards of offense a game, 30-plus points per game. They're clicking. They're looking good. They're the reason why the Vikings are in every single game. And then all of a sudden, that Zimmer bio starts looking pretty good. Starts looking pretty cheap. So we're not to that point yet. But if there's a cut and paste of what happened in that Seattle game, if there's a cut and paste of what happened in the Titans game, that's going to get really old really quick. And like we said, I don't think Zimmer's on the hot seat at all. I think that seat is room temperature right now. But every single game, just heating up just a little bit. Because as we pointed out, the Wilfs have bought out a coach with 3 years remaining on his contract before, 2010 Brad Childress. We're not there yet, but we're getting there. We're certainly on that path. We're certainly on the Waze maps. So, all right, but your thoughts. Could Mike Zimmer lose the locker room? And also, what does that mean? Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work? Pull some in the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.